We're the visionaries, man. What it do it, y'all? Welcome back to another video out in there, bit. And I'm saying, now I want to talk to y'all about something today, man. I want to talk to y'all about something, and this is a video I made around like 11 months ago. That's the last time I checked the date on that video type shit. Might be a year ago now. But real talk, man. Title of that video was called "Real Sex Only," and title of this video is going to be called "Real Woman Only." Now let me explain by what it is that I mean by all of this, man. You see, look, G, I'm just gonna tell you what it is, man. We are living in a very sexless ass culture. I'm telling you what it is, man. And the reason for it happening is because it's two reasons. One, everything is all digital and shit. And two, it's a whole lot of insecure ass motherfuckers. I'm telling you what it is. So when you got both of them shits mixed together out in this bitch, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a whole lot of sexless ass beings. I'm telling you what it is. So let me expand further on what it is that I mean when it comes to that. You gotta think about it, man. You gotta think about it. When you are an insecure individual, right? When you are an insecure individual, basically, you could easily be manipulated. Trust me. I know how, man, look, G, I know how it feels to be an insecure ass peon. Or should I just say I know how it feels to be a beta male. I know how it feels to be insecure, you know, when you're not woke, right? When you're it's called being blue pill. When you're blue pill, you have no idea that you're being blue pill. Real talk, you have no idea. So you're going to be easily manipulated. This goes for both men and women. You feel me? So, but real talk, man. So when you're insecure, basically what I'm just saying, you're easily able to be manipulated, and what's going to happen is you're going to give in to a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest things it is that you're going to give into, you know what I'm saying, without you even trying to like solve the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that's trying to solve the problem on some shit, aka what I'm talking about is like NoFap. But you know, if you're a person that's trying to solve the problem, that's not really including you. I'm talking about all the people that's like doing it unconsciously. To all of y'all, man, like I just said, y'all gonna be easily manipulated. But the thing is, I'm trying to get my point across when it comes to this type of aspect. You're gonna be jacking off a whole lot. I'm telling you what it is. You know, if you're a male, you're gonna be playing with yourself a whole lot. And if you're a female, you know, you're gonna be twiddling with yourself. I'm telling you what it is, man. And when that happens, right, you know, one thing that happens when you're beating off, you know, when you're using your own hand or some shit, when that happens, right, it's gonna fuck up your mental. I'm telling you what it is. It's gonna make you become an insecure individual. It's gonna make you it's gonna mess you up, like it's gonna mess you up psychologically. I'm telling you what it is. You gotta think about it. Motherfucker, you're doing that shit to your damn self. And on top of that, it's not the real thing. You're looking at it digitally. That's playing side effects on your brain. Here you go. If you're a man, right, here you go. You jacking off to a female it is that you wish you could get in real life. When you're doing that, right? And why you think a whole lot of men be having ED and shit like that? It's a reason for it being. Because you're jacking off to what it is that exists in the real world, but for some reason you cannot get it. I'm telling you what it is. But since that's going on, since you're resorting to digital lust, you know, and let's say you get a girlfriend, right? Because I'm telling you what it is. You know, there is people out here that can still get women, but still have this jacking off addiction. You know, when you're like that, right? What's going to happen is, yeah, sure you could get girls and shit like that when you beating off and shit. You know, real talk. I don't know how you do it. I'm telling you what it is, man. But at the end of the day, one thing it is I do know is you're gonna have an erectile dysfunction. I'm telling you what it is. I think I said it right. Erectile dysfunction. Real talk. I'm telling you what it is. That's exactly what it is that you're gonna have. You're not gonna be able to perform right. I'm telling you what it is. Here you go. Because I'm telling you, man, this some high school ass shit. This is what you do when you in high school. But I remember, man, you know, here you go. You probably beat off 2 times before you meet a woman. What the fuck? You know, we talking about high school. You know, you probably beat off 2 times before you go and see a girl it is that she was about to link up with or some shit like that, right? And you know, I'm not gonna sit back and catch you, man. You know, and the reason as to why you did that is because so you could last longer and shit like that. When in reality, yeah, sure you might last longer, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna feel good. I'm telling you what it is. It's not gonna feel good simply because you already busted like 1 or 2 nuts out in this bitch. But point I'm trying to get across, man. Point is I'm trying to get across. We are living in an age where everything is all digital. So, like I said, 9 times out of 10, you're an insecure ass being. That's what most of the population is. Whether you like to hear it or not, you're very insecure. I'm telling you what it is. And when it comes to this aspect, you know, since you're insecure, since you could easily be manipulated, one of the biggest things you could be but one of the biggest things that you could be manipulated by is your sexual energy. So here you go, you're gonna watch a whole lot of prawn. You're gonna be beating off mostly every damn day and shit like that. You're just gonna be beating off nonstop every day. And like I just told you, it's gonna play tricks on your mental. So you're getting play tricks on your mental, and like, you know, I forgot to say this, but one of the biggest things that's gonna happen is you're gonna be afraid of the opposite gender. I'm telling you what it is. Here you go, you're gonna be afraid of the opposite gender, and it's not even just that. How about, you know, like I said, I made a video about this. I said, title of that video was called "NoFap Doesn't Make You Care About Getting Rejected." When you're on NoFap, right? When you're on NoFap, when you get high up on the days, you will no longer care about getting rejected. I'm telling you what it is, simply because at the end of the day, your sexual energy is at an all-time high. So when your sexual energy is at an all-time high, you are in that mind state of productivity. You are in that mind state of taking action. So you're gonna get some shit popping regardless. I'm telling you what it is. But when you're just jacking off every damn day, here you go, let's say you try to approach a girl, some shit like that, when you're in the process of jacking off, motherfucker, you're gonna get butt hurt like a motherfucker. I'm telling you what it is. you're gonna get butt hurt like a motherfucker, and the reason for it being is because you are in that scarce mindset. And on top of that, you have been jacking off to them same type of females that rejected your ass digitally. So here you go, you just beating out to these hoes. You beating out to these hoes, right, and shit like that. And you know they're gonna reject your ass, and then you're gonna feel butthurt because they rejected you. Little do you know, like I said, I always say this, it's not the female that's making you butthurt. No, what's making you butthurt is the type of habits or the type of actions it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So point I'm trying to get across in this video, why am I making this video? Why am I titling the video Real Women Only? Look, the reason as to why I'm titling the video Real Women Only is simply because that's how I interact with women. I interact with women I only interact with women in real life. I know y'all see, look man, if you're a regular on my page and shit like that, look man, might as well call y'all motherfucking CIA agents out in this bitch. But if you're a regular on my channel and shit like that, right? If you're a regular on my channel and shit, then basically one of the biggest things it is that you're going to know, or one of the biggest things it is that you see what I always talk about is, I always say, I don't beat off to these hoes. And also on top of that, I don't think about these hoes. It's a reason for that though. It's a reason. And one of the reasons I just told you, you know, let me, before I even talk about the beating off one, because I basically already talked about it, but let me go to the thinking one aspect, right? Let me go to the thinking aspect. So I don't like to think about women, my G. I don't like to think about women. You know, I remember like a couple months ago and shit like that. I used to, not even a couple months ago, probably like a year. But real talk though, man, you know, here I go. I used to just visualize myself being a playboy on some shit. I used to just visualize myself just, here I go. I'm Hugh Hefner in my damn mind and shit like that. I ain't gonna smack and cat to you, man. It makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? You know, just think about, picture yourself having all the hoes like Hugh Hefner out in that bitch. Real shit, man. That'll make you feel good out in this bitch. I'm telling you what it is. But at the end of the day, it's still not real. So when I try to reenact that shit in real life or some shit like that, right? And then when a bitch rejected me on some shit like that, I used to get butthurt. I used to be like, what is happening? I thought I was Hugh Hefner. I thought I could pull a woman. When in reality, my G, and I made a video about this like yesterday on some shit. I said the title of that video was called Stop Expecting Shit. When you're not in that state of expectation, or when it comes in this topic it is I'm talking about right here, when you're not thinking about women on some shit, you don't give a fuck about the damn actions it is that they do, simply because you are not expecting a certain outcome. When here you go, when you're thinking of, like I said, I always use this other example, like here you go, you with your crush and shit like that. Here you go. Now, here you go. You got a crush, right? You just thinking about your crush every day. You thinking about your crush all the time. You know that's what you're supposed to do when you have a crush. You know what I'm saying? Your crush gives you butterflies. So here you go. In your mind, right? In your mind, you're going to be imagining yourself with your crush. So here you go. In your mind, you're gonna be going on picnic dates with your crush. You're gonna be going on movie dates, dinner dates, motherfucker. You're gonna be thinking about getting it in with your crush and shit like that. You're gonna be doing all of that shit in your head, and you know, real talk, it's gonna make you feel good. Then, like I always say, it's going to be a point in time where you might say, I can't take this shit no more. I'm going to have to try it in real life. So you're going to have the courage to try it in real life. And if you do it, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Real talk. So you're going to have the courage to do it in real life, right? You're going to have the courage to do it in real life. And you know, I always say 9 times out of 10, most people do not get the crush it is that they always want. 9 times out of 10. Not saying that you can't get it. But 90% of the time, Motherfuckers never really get the crush. And should I even say 99% of the time or 95%? It's in the 90s though. I'm telling you what it is, man. But point I'm trying to get across is, so let's say if that person rejected you, right? Let's say if your crush rejected you. So, you know, your crush rejected you, but that whole entire time you was having all of these scenarios in your mind. Here you go. You was having all these scenarios. You just envisioning yourself with your crush. You just visualizing yourself with your crush, imagining yourself with your crush and shit like that. Then when you try to do that shit in reality, right? Your crush flat out rejecting you, and she might have laughed at your ass. I'm telling you what it is. But then when that happens though, right? When she rejected you, right? Or, you know, if it's a female watching this video, if he rejected you, right? Then how you gonna feel? Here you go. When they rejected you, now you feeling butthurt. When they rejected you, now you feel salty. When they rejected you, now you mad. Now you depressed. Now you heartbroken. Now you crying and shit. And I always say, it's not the other person that's making you do that shit, my G. It is not the other person that's making you do that. Who is doing this shit? Who is doing this is you. You are the reason as to why this is happening, simply because you are placing all of these attachments. You are simply placing all of these, here you go, you placing all these attachments, you placing all of these expectations of what another person it is that you cannot control do. I'm telling you what it is. So you are the one that made your own self heartbroken on some shit. Same goes if you stalking a motherfucker on social media all damn day. You know, like I said, here you go. Now let me talk about this right quick. Let me talk about the internet wise. Like I said, real women only. I don't like to think about women. I don't like to beat off to women. And you know how you beat off the woman? You look at them in a digital, artificial ass way. I'm telling you what it is. So basically, I don't like to go on social media. I don't like to go on YouTube. I don't like to go on the internet, and I don't like to look at women on the internet, my G. Point I'm trying to get over. I don't like to look at women on the internet. I don't like to look at women on social media. I don't like to do that shit. Because when you're doing that, right, as a man, when you're doing that shit, what's going to happen is there's something called your subconscious mind, my G. And look, your body is a dumbass. I'm telling you what it is. Your body is an absolute idiot. So your brain can easily be, this is why, like I was saying earlier, when you're an insecure being, then what's going to happen is you're going to be easily manipulated. However, let me add this into it. So your subconscious brain does not know the difference between what is real and what is not. So, you know, here you go. You looking at women online, and us as men, our first natural instinct as a human, our male human natural instinct is when we see a woman it is that we want, when we see a woman it is that we want to mate with, right? Your first initial reaction is that you want to mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a hot woman. Like your eyes just gonna be ding 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 ding. It's gonna be just like down some shit. Your first initial reaction is that's a hot woman. Beat off. Or, you know, another thing is, you know, if it's not that serious enough, like if she's not showing her body or some shit like that, if she's pretty or some shit like that, because a woman's currency is her looks. I'm telling you what it is. So if she's beautiful or some shit like that, here you go. Your ass probably gonna be caught in a damn trance like, oh wow, she is just gorgeous. Here you go. You just gonna keep on looking at her. You gonna keep on looking at her digitally. Real shit. Here you go. It's either two things you're gonna do. Either you're gonna keep on looking at women digitally, you just gonna be caught in trance like, wow, they look beautiful. Or two, you know, if they start showing shit on there, you're gonna start beating up to these hoes. That's why I don't like to look at these women online. It's not real. Y'all understand where it is I'm coming from? I'm telling you, man. Look, man. Point I'm trying to get across is I like to do everything in real life. I like to do everything in real life for a reason, though. Because when you're doing all that fake ass shit, man, when you're doing all that fake ass shit, what's going to happen is that's not satisfaction. I'm telling you what it is. Here you go. Why do you think you always feel? Why do you think you always ask yourself this question? Why can't get no girls? Why can't get no girls? Why can't get the girls I want? Motherfucker, the reason as to why you're asking them damn questions simply because you keep on obsessing over these hoes. And how you keep on obsessing over these hoes, you probably beating out to these hoes every damn day. Here you go, you probably see them online and shit every damn day. Here you go, you probably thinking about them every damn day. Me personally, my G, I don't do none three. I don't do no three. So point I'm trying to get across is when you stop beating out to these hoes, when you stop looking at these women online, and when you stop thinking about these women, basically what's going to happen is Your obsession with these women is going to drop. Your expectations with these women is going to drop. Your attachments to these hoes is going to drop. I'm telling you what it is. And what's going to happen is you're going to experience women in real life, and you're going to accept what women do in real life. I'm telling you, man, I know what the fuck it is I be talking about. I'm telling you what it is. But that's all I'm trying to say, though, man. That's all I'm trying to say. Real women only, my G. Real women only. I despise looking at women online. I can't stand that shit. That shit pisses me off. Why you think you always feel like a loser after you finish being your meat? Motherfucker, you deserve to feel like a damn loser after you finish being your meat. You're not supposed to be doing that shit. You're supposed to be fucking these hoes in real life. Why do you think you always feel heartbroken when, here you go, like I just said like a couple minutes ago, you thinking about your crush, you just daydreaming about your crush and shit like that. Then when you had the courage to approach your crush in real life, kudos to you for actually having the courage to do it. But when you approach your crush in real life or some shit like that, right? At the end of the day, you still gonna be butthurt out in this bitch. But the reason as to why you're gonna be butthurt is simply because you have been thinking about your crush this whole entire time. You have been placing all of these expectations. You have been placing all of these attachments when this whole entire time none of those things was real. And then when real life hits your ass and some shit like that, that's when you start to feel heartbroken. I'm telling you, man. Saying goes now. So now, let me talk about the beating off aspect. Now you beating off to these hoes. Now you looking at women online. Here you go. You looking at women online and you beating off to women online. Like I said way earlier in this video, one thing that happens when you're beating off to these women online, you're going to be afraid to talk to girls. Damn, I can't get my damn word out. But you're not going to be able to make eye contact with women and shit like that. What's some other things that's going to happen, man? What's some other things that's going to happen? You're not going to be in the right state of mind. You're not going to be in the right state of mind. So, when you're trying to get some shit popping, right? So let's say you approach a female, right? Here you go. You approach a female, but you are jacking off to these hoes, right? Now, here you go. You're going to be all shivering and shit. You're going to be all fidgety and shit like that because you've been jacking off. And then when she reject you on some shit, now you're heartbroken. I told you, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what happens when you watch the opposite gender online. This is what happens when you beat off to these hoes, and this is what happens when you thinking about them. This goes for both genders. If you're a female watching this video, and if you're a man watching this video, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're not dating in real life. And basically what I mean is when you're doing everything digitally. This is what happens. But like I just said, when you're doing everything in real life, right? When you're communicating with women in real life, when you're interacting with women in real life, when you're associating with women in real life, when you're fucking women in real life, when you're doing everything in real life, then what's going to happen is you're going to accept reality. I'm telling you what it is, man. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying to think of some other things I could talk about. I feel like I got my point across, though, man. Like I said, I know it's a whole lot of men going through this shit, and I know it's a whole lot of females going through this. Like I said, we are in a digital age, you know what I'm saying? So we are in a digital age of dating, and we are in a digital age of lust. Excuse me. So we in a digital age of dating, and we are in a digital age of lust. Now, like I just said, one thing about releasing your sexual energy all the time digitally, you're going to end up as an insecure being. And what I said earlier, when you're an insecure being, you could easily be manipulated. So this is also another reason, like I said, when you're playing with yourself every day if you're a female, and when you're jacking off every day if you're a male, what's going to happen is you're going to be, like I said, here you go. Let's say you see the person it is that you want in real life or some shit like that, right? You see the person it is that you want to get to know in real life, but 9 times out of 10 chance you're not going to take that opportunity. And so let's say you went to a mall or some shit like that, right? You went to like a store or some shit, and let's say you seen like a attractive female or some shit. 9 times out of 10 chance, and you're beating off every damn day. There's a 9.9 times out of 10 chance you're not going to approach that female. I'm telling you what it is. And the reason for it being is because you're scared shitless. Motherfucker, you're beating off every damn day. I'm telling you what it is. And if you did approach her on some shit like that, you're going to be all fidgety and shit. I'm telling you what it is. But most of the time, you ain't going to be doing that shit. But point I'm trying to get across though, this is what happens when you're looking at women digitally. I told you, bro. I told you, man. I don't like to look at women digitally, man. Real shit. Man, look, the only time I look at women digitally, like when I'm in my right state of mind, I'm telling you what it is, man, because at this current moment, I am on no fap, you feel me? Hopefully I don't go back to my old damn ways. I hate doing that lame ass, fuck ass, suck, stupid ass bullshit. Shit lame as hell. But real talk, man, so I'm in my right state of mind at the current moment or some shit like that, right? The only time I look at women online, the only time I look at women online is when I'm looking at a music video. Real shit. Because I do believe in looking at music videos. Because music videos, they showcase a life of luxury. They showcase a life of success out in this bitch. That's the only time it is that I look at women. I'm telling you, the only time. Real talk. Any other time, man, you know, if it's and some, you know, like some minor occasions, like movies, you know what I'm saying, with some other shit, you know, like TV or some shit like that. I'm not classifying like music, movies, TV shows. I'm not classifying none of that. You know, real talk, I'm not classifying none of that. That don't count. But what does count, because like I said, we are in a digital age of lust. What does count is social media. Porn is no longer the issue no more. I swear, man. But social media, OF, but the main two though is social media, OF, and you could put Prime back in there on some shit. You real talk, man. All it is I'm saying, man, do your very best to stay away from that shit. I'm telling you what it is, man. And you know, when you're gonna see the benefits unfold. So let me explain this right quick. And I think I already said it. But when you're not looking at women online, right? When you're not looking at women online, the thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna start having that mind state of getting women in real life. So what do I mean by that? So let me see if I can clarify it. So let's say you went 30 days. Let's say you went 30 days without looking at women online. Real talk, let's say you went 30 days. You went 30 days without looking at women on social media. You went 30 days without, what's some other shit? You went 30 days without thinking about women. You went 30 days without beating out to these females. You know what I'm saying? If females watching this video, y'all can think about y'all in. But, you know, you went, what's some other shit I'm missing? I think I said everything. Yeah, I say you went 30 days like without with not looking at women on the internet. Anyways, point I'm trying to get across is, let's say you went 30 days without looking at women digitally. Let's say you went 30 days without looking at women digitally online or some shit like that, right? Basically, what's going to happen is your brain is going to get rewired. I'm telling you what it is. Your brain is going to get rewired, and your brain is going to get rewired to focus on real women only. I'm telling you the game. Your brain is going to get focused to rewire yourself to focus on real women only. I'm telling you, man, we are living in the world of illusion, my G. We are living in the world of illusion. This is how you get caught up in the damn trap. I'm telling you, man. So, but yeah, man, I do my very absolute 100% best to stay away from looking at these sluts online. Like I said, the only time I look at these bitches, man, is like I said, music videos, movies, TV shows. Even with all of them should still be lustful. I told you we are in the digital age of lust. I always say this is how in the hell we are living in the most lustful time, but yet motherfuckers is the most sexless they have ever been, my G. Let me repeat this one more time. How on God's green, how in the blue flying fuck, how in the blue flying fuck are we living in the most sexualized time, but yet motherfuckers are the most sexless that they have ever been, my G? You want to know why? Simply what I said earlier in the video. Motherfuckers are insecure. And two, since motherfuckers are insecure, they're going to have some insecure ass habits. And what's going to happen is, two, you know, people are going to do things digitally. So when people are doing things digitally, one of the biggest habits that people got and one of the strongest energy forces we all have is our sexual energy. So 9.9 times out of 10 chance you're gonna have a damn digital lust addiction. So when you're having a digital lust addiction, right, what's gonna happen is what's going to happen is one thing that happens when you release your sexual energy, you're going to start to feel afraid. You're going to start to feel insecure. You're going to start to feel undeserving. You're going to start to feel unworthy. So when you see a person it is that you really want to get to know in real life or some shit, there's going to be a 9.9 times out of 10 chance you ain't going to take the opportunity. And even if they did try to take the opportunity with you on some shit, you're going to do your very best to motherfucking disregard that shit because you don't deserve that shit. Motherfucker, I know what the fuck it is I be talking about, G. Real talk. But this is why we are living in a sexless ass culture. I'm telling you, man, I ain't trying to be like you fucks. I'm telling you, man, I swear, still, motherfucker, I'm being Dan Bilzerian and Hugh Hefner, G. I'm telling you, man, you gotta break. Look, man, this is called the Matrix for a reason. This is called the word of illusion, my G. People are stuck under the word of illusion. And look, man, you got to escape the word of illusion. If you don't escape the word of illusion, then you're going to keep on living in the damn word of illusion. Me, I escaped that shit. And I said, I'll be damned. I said, look, man, this is why I always say, I live every single thing it is I want to do in real life. If I want to sit back, if I want to think about a bitch, then I'm going to go and see some hoes in real life. If I want to go and beat out to some hoes, then I'm going to fuck these hoes in real life. If I want to sit back and, what's some other shit? If I want to sit back and just, look at women online, fuck all of that shit. That shit exists here. I look at bitches in real life. The fuck? Do everything in real life is what I'm trying to say. So, that's my motto, man. I live the dream in real life. That's my motto. Live the dream in real life. So, if you like this video, man, stay tuned for some more videos, and we out. V's up.